In the heart of Umugo City, in a quiet compound filled with teachers, traders, and tired civil servants, lived a man named Ehizogie, tall, calm, and responsible, a senior staff of the Ministry of Works, known for his neatly ironed shirts and soft-spoken manner. He was the type of man who avoided trouble, paid his dues, and minded his business. But inside his house, peace was a stranger. His wife, Eseosa, was a complete opposite of everything Ehizogie stood for. A woman blessed with beauty and curls that once made men stumble in church, now transformed into a figure permanently wrapped in stained wrappers and oversized T-shirts. Her hair, always in a net. Her feet, bare, cracked, and dirty. Their home was a disaster. Piles of unwashed clothes filled the corners of their bedroom. The bathroom looked like a crime scene. Plates sat in the sink until maggots held conferences there. The toilet? You don't want to know. Every morning, Ehizogie would hold his breath in the living room. The air was thick, not just with the smell of rotten egusi soup, but with frustration. Yet, every single time he raised it, she had an excuse. Must I clean every day? Am I your maid? Weren't you eating before we married? If you're tired, go and marry your mother. He tried everything, bought a washing machine, hired a cleaner once. Eseosa chased her away after 1 week, and even begged her pastor to talk to her. But nothing changed. The last straw came one Thursday morning. Ehizogie came back from an official trip. His white shirts were still unwashed. The house smelled of urine and onions. And in the middle of the sitting room, there was an open pot of soup, turned sour, with a spoon still inside. Flies were having a party. She was on the couch, snoring. "Eseosa," he shouted. She rubbed her eyes. "En, you're back. This house. You want to kill me with shame? With dirt." Her eyes rolled. "Ehizogie, please. I'm not in the mood for drama." That night, he slept in his car. That weekend, he met Adesua, a new staff transferred to his office from Ekpoma. Neat, gentle, a widow with one child and soft eyes that seemed to listen. At first, he only confided in her, told her how his marriage felt like punishment, how he felt like a tenant in his own home. Adesua didn't judge. She just listened. Then one day, she brought him lunch in a neatly packed container, white rice, fried plantain, and peppered turkey. He nearly cried. The next week, he fell asleep in her living room after they spent hours talking. The week after that, he stopped coming home altogether. Eseosa didn't notice at first. She thought he was bluffing. He'd be back once he got hungry or ran out of clean underwear. But days turned into a week. Then, too, neighbors started talking. And then, one of them came to her with a bombshell. "Eseosa, N.A., that new woman from your husband office day carry him up and down, oh. I see them yesterday at Genesis restaurant. She even day wear ring." Eseosa stormed the ministry the next day. She didn't even brush her hair. She walked into his office like a hurricane, shouting, "So this is what you've turned to? I've been washing your boxes for 10 years, and now a cheap widow is cooking you rice. You forget your wife?" The staff gathered. Security escorted her out. That night, she waited for him at home, crying, but he didn't come. Days later, she received divorce papers. She went mad, called his family, called their pastor, called radio stations anonymously to rant about wicked husbands. But everyone asked her one question: why didn't you keep your home? That was when it hit her. It wasn't Adesua who took her husband. It was the filth, the stench, the neglect, the refusal to listen. The house she never cleaned had now become her prison. Ehizogie didn't insult her. He didn't block her calls. He simply left and never returned. She began to change, cleaned the house, bought new bedsheets, started brushing her hair again, even joined the women's group at church. But it was too late. Ehizogie had moved on. Adesua had given him peace. He even smiled again. One day, Eseosa saw them at a supermarket, hand in hand, pushing a cart filled with groceries and giggling like teenagers. She turned her face, ashamed. Her friend standing beside her whispered, "That could have been you, Eseosa." Her eyes welled up, but she said nothing, because deep inside, she knew she didn't lose him to another woman. She lost him to herself, and in the silence of her now clean home, she sat alone, scrubbing plates and crying into soap water. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share for more important stories.